All right, let's be real for a second. If you're trying to learn how to code, you've probably felt it, right? That feeling of being totally swamped by tutorials, but a real tech job? Man, that feels like it's a million miles away. Well, today, we're going to dive into an organization that was literally built to fix that problem, to bridge that gap and totally change the game for how developers launch their careers.
So let me ask you this, and really think about it. Is all that stuff you're learning actually getting you ready for a real tech job? I mean, you can follow every single tutorial out there, you can ace all the tests, but does that really mean you're prepared for what it's like on day one? For a lot of people, there's this little voice in the back of their head saying, probably not.
Okay, so here's the game plan for today. We're going to look at the big problem, that dilemma developers face. Then we'll talk about the mission to fix it, this awesome learn by doing idea, the community, which is a total superpower, the tools you get, and what the future holds. Let's get into it.
All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and talk about the modern developer's dilemma. It's this super frustrating situation, right? It's like you can learn all the theory. You can know the textbook definitions for algorithms and data structures backwards and forwards, but when it comes time to actually build something, you're kind of stuck. And that's the gap between knowing the what and having the practical, hands-on skills that companies are actually hiring for.
Ah, yes. Tutorial hell. I think a lot of us have been there. It's that endless loop, isn't it? You watch one tutorial, then another, then another. But when you open up a code editor to a blank screen, poof, total paralysis. It's like you have all this information floating in your head, but you just don't have the confidence or the practical know-how to actually connect the dots and build something real. So the big question is, how do you escape that cycle? Well, it turns out it takes a whole new way of thinking, a new kind of ecosystem. And this one was actually built by a developer who's been in the trenches, who's felt that exact frustration and decided to build the solution himself.
So let's meet the guy behind it all, Deepak Kumar. And he's not just some business guy. This dude is a full-stack developer, an educator. He's deep in the trenches. He actually started the Campus Coders back in 2020, right when the pandemic hit and everything went into lockdown. His initial goal was pretty simple. Just find a way to help students keep their coding journey going when the world basically shut down.
And this right here, this quote, this really gets to the heart of the whole thing. It's not just about, here's how you write a for loop. No, the mission is way bigger. It's about leveling the playing field. It's about making sure that anyone, and I mean anyone, who has that fire to learn programming can get their hands on top-notch resources and guidance. It doesn't matter where you're from, what your background is, or how much money you have.
And you can see that mission reflected in these core values. They're like the DNA of the whole platform. We're talking about accessibility, community, innovation. These aren't just buzzwords on a website. They're the guiding principles for everything they do, from the courses they create to how people interact in the community.
Okay, so we've talked about the why, the mission. Now let's get into the how, and that all comes down to this core philosophy. Learn by doing. This is the secret sauce, the engine that actually turns that head knowledge into real, hireable skills.
So what does learn by doing really mean? It's simple, but it's powerful. It means you stop being a passive consumer of tutorials and you start being an active creator. You're not just watching, you're building. You're tackling real-world problems and creating actual projects. And the best part? You end up with a portfolio of work that screams to employers, hey, look what I can do, not just look what I've studied.
And they bring this philosophy to life in some really cool ways. We're talking project-based learning, interactive coding challenges that get your brain working, workshops where you get your hands dirty, and even hackathons like the Build-a-thon. It's all about putting you in situations where you're building and solving problems just like you would in a real developer job.
Now look, even with the best projects, let's be honest, learning to code can be a pretty lonely road. And that's why this next part is so important. It might just be the most powerful piece of the puzzle, the community. Because in this industry, your network, the people you learn with and from, that is a legit career superpower. And the heart of this whole ecosystem? It's the Discord community. Seriously, this is not just some random chat room. Think of it as a 24/7 digital campus. It's the place you go when you're stuck on a bug at 2 in the morning. It's where you find someone from halfway across the world to collaborate on a cool project. It's where you get instant feedback from people who are on the same journey as you. And get this, being an active part of this community isn't just about feeling good. It comes with some seriously amazing perks. I'm talking actual, tangible rewards. You can get exclusive swag like t-shirts and mugs, score one-on-one mentorship with industry pros, and even get first shot at paid freelance gigs. It's a simple idea. The more you put into the community, the more you get out of it for your career.
Okay, so we've got the why, the mission, and the how, learning by doing and community. So let's zoom in on the what. What are the actual tools in your toolkit here? What are the features that are going to help you go from just learning code to actually earning with it?
And getting started is super simple, which is awesome. It's basically 5 steps. 1, you create your account. 2, you start exploring all the learning paths and articles. 3, you connect with mentors who can guide you. 4, you start applying for jobs and gigs. And 5, you jump into that community. It's a really clear roadmap to get you integrated and moving forward.
And when we talk about resources, the scale here is pretty staggering. This isn't just a few blog posts. We're talking over 500 technical articles and tutorials, more than 200 job and freelance opportunities just waiting for you, over 50 mentors from the industry ready to help, and a network of over 100 startup connections. It's a lot. It's the whole package.
But here's what's really exciting. This isn't just about what the Campus Coders is right now. It's about where it's going. There's a huge, long-term vision here for the future of learning. A roadmap that stretches from its start in 2020 all the way to 2030 and beyond.
Just look at this journey. It started in 2020, as this crucial resource during the pandemic. By 2024, the MVP platform was launched. And the goals get bigger from there, a community of 100,000 developers by 2026. But then look further out. 2027, integrating AI to create personalized learning paths just for you. 2029, introducing Web3 and blockchain for skill certifications, which is a total game changer. The ultimate goal by 2030 to be a massive global movement empowering millions of developers. It's huge.
So, all of this brings us back to one simple, powerful question for you. Are you ready to stop just learning and start building? Because that's what this is all about. It's not about collecting certificates or watching videos. It's about building projects, building a portfolio, and ultimately building the future you actually want.